Hey folks, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. So what you're about to watch is Final Fantasy XIV Let's Play Episode 1. I hope you guys enjoy. Basically, I decided to do this because first time on my first character playing through my main, I did not go through the entire story. I kind of rushed through it. So I wanted to go back and I kind of want to enjoy the entirety of the story from the beginning to the end. And they also did a lot of changes since I've been playing since the game released, The Realm Reborn. They did a whole bunch of changes, and I kind of want to experience that on a fresh new character. So I hope you guys enjoy. So I created a Lalafell, as we say, we called him Lala Sins, and he's going to be a gladiator. And so we're going to start in Ul'dah, Steppes of Nald. My last character was commanding, well, my very first character was commanding Sins, and he was a Lalafellus as well when I first started, and he started in Limitza. I made a summoner first, so an Arcanist was the first character I made. So anyway, let's go ahead and start. And I'll probably be reading this stuff because my very first playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV, I didn't do a whole lot of reading. Definitely under the whole World of Warcraft line of thinking of get quest, do quest, level up, get to endgame. And now I'm no longer like that. I'm no longer a need to get to endgame, need to have the best gear in slot. Although that's nice and it's cool to have, maybe I'm more about just casually doing dungeons, having fun with friends, and looking pretty cool while I do it. So that's glamour, right? True endgame. So let's start this adventure, and I hope you all enjoy. I won't be skipping it, and I will be reading, so if you all redeem things that make me die or something like that, or run the other way, if it's in the middle of a story or cutscene, or while I'm doing something for the main progression of the story, I'm probably not going to do that. I'm asleep already? Thanks. Did I say too much too fast? Is that what put you to sleep? Yes, you are correct. AAR is very, very boring. So spoiler alert, if you're looking for a lot of action, you're gonna have to wait an expansion or two. I decided to go Gladiator because I didn't want to wait for dungeons. And so if you don't know, just like any other MMORPG, trying to queue for a dungeon as a DPS is a wait and a half. Hey you. Oh, I was tired. I wanted to take a nap. Oh, you have trust now? That's right. They changed that. I forgot about that. You all right, lad? You were moaning something fierce for a while there. You can have NPCs all the way through AAR now? That's awesome. Feeling the effects of the Aether, I reckon. You'll get used to it, though don't worry. That's good. See? Starting fresh from the beginning. I didn't know that. I know they were talking about implementing that in ARR. Was that with 6.1 patch that just came out recently? You there, halt. What's all this about? Inspection, men. Search the carriage. Oh, geez, with a knife to the throat. What's up with that? Alrighty, sorry about that, folks. Getting coffee. Alrighty. Yeah, every major patch, 6.1, 6.2, etc., will add more dungeons until the entire storyline is trustable. Oh, that's cool. I'm just an honest peddler, friend, so don't be too disappointed if you don't find nothing. Eh. Mind your tongue, old man, lest I cut it out. I kind of want to beat the crap out of this guy right now. Sir, look. Somnus. Honest peddler, was it? Since when do honest peddlers deal in prohibited herbs? You're in a lot of trouble, old man. You'll rot in a dungeon till the end of your days unless you can afford the fine. Heh, business as usual. He doesn't seem too bothered. Whoa! Majal. Wait, Amalja? To arms! To arms! Wow. Now you know why I didn't read, because I can't read. 7 hells, consider this a warning. Now go, all of you. Oh! Oh! These guys suck. Oh, got one. Okay. I don't feel too safe. Don't feel too safe at all. Whew, that was, that kind of excitement ain't good for the heart. You be careful around them brass blades, lad. Bastards will have the shirt off your back if they fancy it. Like common bandits they are, only less honest. Wait, bandits are honest? Thank the gods for sending me some beastmen to the rescue, eh? Hey, seeing as we've still got a long ride ahead, do you mind keeping me company till we arrive? Isn't that all we're doing here? Them youngins don't much care for conversation, see? Brent's the name, and peddlin's me trade. And judging by your unusual garments, I'll wager you're one of the new adventurers. And how? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying, I mean. Ain't no secret that adventurers are risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? To gain power? Let's see. To win glory? To amass fortune? I'm going to be the silent type. ... Well, if you ain't inclined to tell, I ain't about to pry. Might be as old Brent's a chatterbox. Might be as old Brent's a chatterbox. Wow, why can't I read? But he sure as hell ain't no busybody. We'll have a secret or 3, don't we? Me, dozens. And I'd rather they stayed secret too, which is why I don't go sticking me nose where it ain't welcome. Just remember, though, there are more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead. Ain't that a fact? By the way, by the by, this is your first trip to Ulda? We'll say yes for the stream. In the recording. It is. Well then, let's let this journey itinerant, why can't I read that word, tell you the ins and outs of your destination. This is horrible. I only graduated the 3rd grade. Aldo's ruled by a sultana in name, but as most folk know, the syndicate holds all the real power. Them and their Monterist cronies would happily get rid of her grace altogether, but that won't happen while she still commands the loyalty of the royalists, and the royalists are nothing if not loyal. This will be a good reading. I know, right? It's going to improve my reading skills. These factions have long fought over power, throwing the weight of their wealth against each other, and they show no sign of stopping. Of course, the Lizard Man and the Amalja couldn't care less about Uldun politics. They have their own interests, see, and they ain't afraid to use force to serve them. They say war is a gift to peddlers. Need breed and profit. And though it shames me to say it, I'm inclined to agree. I'll get the hang of this reading thing soon, don't you guys worry. Ah, at long last, behold, Ulda, the jewel of Thanoan, where folk turn sand into gold. Why they look all poor and dirty? They turn that shit into gold. Come on now.
Deep in the sun-baked south, surrounded by
now I don't have to read.
sands of an endless desert, she rises, a solitary rose amidst the dust and rock, a symbol of defiance. Her name, Ulda. Even with the coming of the seventh umbral era, hope springs eternal for the mongers and merchants who vie for lost fortunes in this bustling oasis. As the twin faces of Nold Thal maintain their vigil over all that has been and shall be, the present proffers a brave soul.
I'm getting goosebumps.
One whose arrival could mark the beginning.
I'm remembering when I first started this game.
Prosperity for the realm.
Many years ago. I was in Japan when I first started playing this game. Here's where we part ways, lad. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares. Then it's on to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this. By way of thanks for putting up with me prattle. I'm just gonna grab air and hope that that's what he was handing me. You never did tell me your name, though. Hey, but here's an idea. Become the sort of storied personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. Deal.
May the traders nurture our fortunes as they kindle the flames which burn within us all. For by fire are we reborn.
My little mustache and goatee make me look super serious, says a Lalafell. I think I need to do some fixing of my bars and some of my general tabs. Oi! Venturer, over here. I mean you. Fresh off the carriage by any chance? Hey, how can I tell? Hey. I'm reading hey as hey and eh. Name's Wymond. And my business is knowing every bugger else's. Every bugger else's? Okay. Now then, what if I was to offer you some invaluable advice by way of welcome to our fair city? Free of charge, even just this once. If you had your setup for commanding sins backed up to the cloud, you could toss it on all the sins and not have to tweak everything. Yeah, I might do that later. Welcome to Aldo, the shining beacon of prosperity rising from the deserts of Thanalan. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Mouse and keyboard. Fair enough. Yep, that seems about right. Follow the instructions to move the camera and adjust the position of the camera. Yes. Ooh, yes. I like it. Scroll in, up, move forward, back, okay. When you're ready to proceed, speak to Wymond. Oh, we don't need to go there. We're good. Okay. Initiating quests. Non-player characters offer quests can be recognized. Yep. Just like every MMO. some type of little bubble to speak to. Once you've initiated a quest, a prompt will appear. Yep. When you enter in the city-state of Alda, you must register yourself with the Adventurers Guild. 'Tis plain to anyone with eyes that you don't know your way around here. If I let you go wandering off down the nearest dark alley, you're certain to get mugged or worse, and I don't want that on my conscience. So before you do anything else, you'll want to head over to Quicksand and speak to Momodi. She's the master of the Adventurers Guild and can set you on the right path. Fair enough. Just take those steps over yonder and pass through the double doors. You'll find her inside. And that's as much as you're getting for free. Good luck with the adventure and adventurer. How nice of him. How nice of this dude. You have begun a quest. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. On receiving... Yes, okay, so the duty list is over here on the right-hand side. Gotcha. Yes, it's... Yeah, sure. Gotta go up these little stairs here. Oh, look at this. I don't like walking backwards. So how do we fix that? Oh, that's easy. We go to General. Alright, is it character config? General, yep. Alright, so standard type, you'll be walking backwards. Or let's see if we can set this. And if we change it to legacy type, I'll automatically turn backwards instead of walking backwards. And that's going to help us out later when we are dodging a lot of, mechanics, a lot of circle stuff. Instead of walking out of a mechanic, we'll just turn around and run away from a mechanic. We'll just leave that there, change that there. Alright. I'm just going to move this down just a tad bit. Who plays on so here's the funny thing, Jade, about Standard. I was playing Standard for many years. And then randomly, I think Lolly had mentioned something when we were all... I forgot what we were doing. We were running something for someone. And I joined in. And she said something about Legacy. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? And then she walked me through it, and I was like, oh man. Yep, I've been on Standard this entire time walking backwards. I had no idea. So, yes. Alright, so check mark with quests. That just basically means our quest is done and we're about to turn it in. Bruh, yeah, exactly. That's what she said. That's exactly what she said. Why, hello there. Who might you be? If you're looking to join the Adventurers Guild, you've come to the right place. Name's Momodi, and I own this fine establishment, if it please you. I also manage the Adventurers Guild here in Alda, so you might say that looking after green adventurers like yourself is my vocation. And lucky for you, that is without someone like me to steer you right, you'd soon find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, caught up in business you don't understand. Like our conflict with the Eorzea, for example. They've been plugging the Sultanate for nigh on, forever now. Then there's Garlean Empire. None can say for sure what they're plotting these days, only that they are. Aye, and people drink and make merry, but underneath it all, there's worry. There's worry and lingering feeling of loss. And little wonder it's scarce been 5 years since the lesser moon cracked open like a giant egg, releasing an abomination intent on turning the realm into an eighth hell. So much was lost in the blink of an eye. 'Twas like the end of the world had come at last. But then things began to get foggy. Everyone's got their own version of what happened next. Some of them 2 or 3. You'd think people would remember something like that, but the fact is, they don't. Nobody does. There's one thing the survivors agree on, though. The part played by a band of adventurers who laid down their lives for the realm. That wasn't their own. They fought valiantly, and like so many others, they never returned. Deeds worth remembering. I'm sure you'll agree. It's just a shame our recollections of those brave heroes are as jumbled as those of the calamity itself. Whenever we try to call their faces to mind, it's like they're standing between us and the midday sun, permanently silhouetted. I'll bet that sounds poetic to you, doesn't it? Well, it's not. It's bloody infuriating. But even we can't remember them. We'll not let them be forgotten, and so we call them the Warriors of Light. And they'll forever stand as a shining example of what adventurers can achieve, and that's why I welcome new arrivals like yourself to our fair city. All I ask is that you lend a helping hand and try to leave Ulda in a better state than you found her. If you can promise that, I'd be happy to let you join the guild. And how? Alright then, a promise is a promise now. I'm counting on your help to put the past behind us. We need people working and spending and bickering like the old days. And a happy and prosperous Ulda means more business for the quicksand too. Any road. Let's make this official. Go ahead and write your name in the register, neat as you can. I can't reach it. I'm too small. Guess I did. Lala Sins. Well, ain't that a charming name? Just rolls off the tongue. It does. Alright, Master Sins. On behalf of the Adventurers Guild, I officially... Please, sir, be merciful. 12 as my witness. I swear to you, I'll bring you your money. In the East, it is said that even a merciful god might be driven to vengeance if thrice blasphemed. Be grateful. You were given a fourth chance to offend. You too attend to this scum. No, please, mercy. Well, ain't that a sorry sight, nor an uncommon one, if I'm honest. Don't worry, though. If you work hard, I doubt you'll end up like him. Let me fight them. I want to fight them, please. Running a trust, so I might be quieter for a bit. Oh, cool. Just the same, if you ever need a bit of advice about one thing or another, pay me a visit. Just don't go bothering me every time you stub your bloody toe, alright? Of course, I do enjoy hearing tell of a gentleman's woes with the women folk from time to time. Any road. Welcome to Ulda, Lala. Who you calling Lala? Lala? Wait, that's my name. Take a moment to catch your breath, and I'll teach you a little about our fair city. Complete. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You've taken the first step in an adventure of the city of Ulda. Listen well, the wisdom of Modi. Then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Da, 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 da. Love that sound. Main scenario quests. Yep. So main scenario quests have a little fire. And the blues usually unlock something that usually go along with main scenario. Sometimes. Alright, I wanted to also do my bag stuff. So bag. I want open all. And so basically what I'm changing here is my bag. So if I open my bag right now, I have tabs 1, 2, 3, and 4. And under character configuration, let's do this again. Under character configuration, when you hit escape, you go to item settings, and for your inventory, I'm going to change this to just open up in one whole big tab, because I hate tabbing through stuff. So I'm going to click open all here, I'm going to apply. I'm going to open my inventory again by pressing I, and now instead of those tabs, I see my entire inventory here. Some people that works, some people it doesn't. Let's see, item category, item level, item size, shop, control settings, we've got legacy. I think I got that all for now. You can turn off other things later, but we're going to leave it alone for now. I just wanted to fix that for my bag. Okay, and we'll just start here. Start our next quest. And the proprietress of the Quicksand wants you to perform 3 tasks that will help you learn the fundamentals of adventuring. Before you go charging off to find your fortune, I have a few basic tasks I'd like you to perform, so as to help you to get to know the place. First of all, I want you to visit the Aetheryte Plaza. To get there, head west from here till you reach Emerald Avenue. Then look to the north. You should see a giant floating crystal called the Aetheryte. If it weren't for Aetherites, traveling around Eorzea, wow, would be a damn sight more troublesome than it is. Of course, you still need to attune to them before you can use them, so be sure to do that with one in the plaza. You ever attuned with an Aetherite before, Lala? If not, just lay your hand on the thing, and you'll see what I mean. When you've done that, I want you to pay a visit to the Gladiators Guild over at the Colosseum. Assuming that sword ain't just for show, you might consider training there. And finally, I want you to visit the Sapphire Avenue Exchange over at the Steps of Thal. Goods from across Eorzea and beyond turn up there every day. You'll have no trouble finding armor, weapons, or anything else a fledgling adventurer like yourself might need. You might say that everything's for sale here in Ul'dah, as long as you've got the gil. Just make sure you don't pay more than you ought, Lala. There's plenty as won't scruple and swindle unsuspecting foreigners like yourself, especially if they think no one's looking out for their best interests. Which is why I'm giving you this letter. When you visit the exchange, find the gentleman's name, Sorga, and give it to him. He'll be happy to tell you about the markets once he reads it. In short, then, visit the Aetheryte Plaza, the Gladiators Guild, and the Sapphire Avenue Exchange. Simple. Oh, but before you go, a word of advice. While there's more than a few unsavory characters out there who will try to take advantage of you, there are also some honest-to-goodness problems who you should consider offering a helping hand to. A lot of folk are lured to this city by promise of wealth and power. What many of them fail to realize is that instead of chasing after gil the moment they get here, they ought to be making friends. Let it be known that you're willing to give as much as you get, and opportunities will come your way. Speaking of which, you should go speak with Smith over yonder. The lads always have some good advice for up-and-coming adventurers. Otherwise, that's about it for me. It's past time you got going. Oh, and let me know when you finished, will you? That way, I won't spend my days worrying that you're down to your small clothes without a gil to your name. Alright. And we're off, hopefully. Quest accepted. Oh, I've got a pillar in my way. Main menu. Main menu grants quick and easy access for most of the game's main features. For example, selecting a character and a character. Yep, okay. So basically these tabs here to the lower right, little radial buttons, you can open your character sheet, and you can open your portraits, your adventurer plate, actions and traits, and these are your skills. If you don't know the quick buttons for them, or the quick keys, or the keybinds, I guess is what they call them, you can go here and open them up. A lot of them you see them grayed out because I haven't really unlocked them yet, because I just started off. Like, instead of pressing M, I can go here to map and open my map. And then I can stretch it, make it big. So there's that. Yep, let's close that. Sanctuaries. Yep, sanctuaries means I get rested experience here for the longer I stay here. Yep. Navigation. Yep. We just talked about the map. Cool. Alright, so the Smith guy here, this is, how old is this now? Do you guys remember the Smith? I remember when I first started, they didn't have it. And I can't remember what expansion they introduced the Smith. But I think people were complaining because people didn't know how to do their roles properly. So they came up with this so that people could learn how the basics of their class, right? Heaven's Ward, they came out with it in Heaven's Ward. Okay, Heaven's Ward. People didn't know what they were doing as a tank. Man, until the possibilities stretching out before you must positively daunting. In the Adventurers Guild, we see new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars and limitless potential. My fellow Smiths and I are here to provide you with guidance, but the Guild also enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who will be happy to share with you their accumulated wisdom. You can recognize these helpful men and women by their little title of mentor. To be fair, it doesn't teach much either. No, it doesn't. It teaches, in my opinion, it teaches the basics of like a tank, how to keep your aggro, put your tank stance on. Like, this is your job as a tank. Like, it's very basic. I think the only good thing about it, well, when it came out, was you know, you get a set of like level 12 gear or 15 gear that you didn't have to pay for or run dungeons for. You just did them and you got a whole set of gear. Mentors stand ready to advise you on the aspect of adventuring. They have hundreds of quests under their belts and will likely have a solution for whatever dilemma might be causing you trouble. A mentor may even offer to accompany you on your adventures. I highly recommend that you take advantage of the mentor's aid to enrich your experiences in Eorzea. Do not hesitate to ask. It's applied to all players who have recently begun their adventures in Eorzea. Amongst Eorzea's, wow, thriving population, there are seasoned players known as mentors. Yes, yes, yes. All right, so the mentors network is, I'm not going to read that. Basically someone who, well, it's supposed to be someone who, you know, likes helping people. You don't always get that. But they're there to help, or supposed to be helped there. They have to, I think, what's the requisite now? Like, have all the content done, basic content, I think, and then like have a 90 warrior, a level 90 tank, a level 90 healer, and a level 90 DPS if they want to be a mentor for those classes. If they want to be a mentor for crafting, they have to have one disciple of the hand at 90 and one disciple of the land at 90. Play for 20 years? Play for 20 years? Alright folks, so this is the Aetherite. Every major city has one. It's a big old blue crystal that you tune yourself to, and this is how you travel around the world. Vice just walking there. Which, to be fair, we'll be doing a lot of walking before we unlock them. So, there's that. Until we get to 20. Once we get to 20, level 20, then we'll get a chocobo or a mount. Hail, adventurer. Might you have come at the behest of Miss Momodi of the Quicksand? Excellent, which brings us to the matter of attunement fee. That will be 100,000 gil if you please, sir. Yeah, I'm not giving you any money. Apologies, but I do relish the opportunity to make that jest. The look on your face was absolutely priceless. But the fact that you were so easily deceived suggests to me that you are unfamiliar with the use of aetherites. Allow me to explain. These crystalline agglomerations tap into ethereal energies and are primarily used as a means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Perchance you have heard the return and teleport. Well, these transportation spells make direct use of the aetherites and their connection to the flow of aether. Given that there is an aetherite in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer with the mind to explore the realm will wish to seek out and attune himself to each and every one. But even if you have no intention of wandering beyond the Sultanate's borders, it would be prudent for you to attune yourself to any aetherites you encounter from now on. I pray you found that informative. Should you wish to learn more about aetherites or transportation magic, I should be happy to answer your questions. Let's see. So to become a mentor, you have to have max level of each role. Yeah, right. Okay, so tank, healer, or DPS, both ranged and magic. Okay, that makes sense. And so many accommodations. Gotcha. Okay, so folks, if you don't know what accommodations are little, like, things you get from other people's dungeons. When you run with people, they give you accommodation like, oh, hey, he did a good job, and they give you a thumbs up. That's basically all it is. It's the best way I can explain that. Return. Alright, teleport, return. We'll go over that later. You don't need to read that. Da-da-da-da-da. I went the wrong way. I'm gonna go this way.
Right, white mages are badass as bro. Watch this. Critical hit!
Oh, Jenny, thank you very much for the gifted subs.
Right, white mages are badass as bro. Watch this. Critical hit! Oh man, bet you feel pretty stupid right about now, huh? Right, white mages are badass as bro. Watch this. Critical hit! Oh man, bet you feel pretty stupid right about now, huh?
Gonna have to cut all that out when I post this on YouTube.
Critical hit! Oh man, bet you feel pretty
Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Right, white mages are badass as
Ladies and gentlemen, please thank Jenny for your subs. Oh, you don't need to apologize. Thank you. No apologies necessary. No need to apologize. No, 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 no. I'm laughing because I forgot about all that stuff. And it's fine. No worries here. Okay, folks, so see these little blue crystal over here? So you're able to transport or teleport within the city itself by clicking on these little blue things, attuning to them. And now, like, if I want to go, instead of running all the way to that big crystal I was at, I can just click on here and click on the big crystal and I'll teleport over there. So, there's that. Alright, let's see here. I'll go to Gladiators Guild over here. Hello! Welcome to the Gladiators Guild, friend. Tell me, are you new to the thrills of Mortal Kombat? Well, whether you are or not, you are new to us. If you would like to take your place in these hallowed halls, you must be willing and ready to undergo the most rigorous training. You must endure cuts and bruises beyond counting. And like as not far worse. Okay. A daunting prospect, I concede, but there is no other way if you mean to take to the blood sands one day. And why wouldn't you? The Colosseum is only the most celebrated place of public entertainment in all of Ul'dah. Where else could a poor man amass a fortune so vast as to one day allow him to claim a seat on the syndicate? Ah, there's not an Ul'dahian alive who isn't inspired by the rise of the self-made man. Wow, why can't I read properly? And there's no truer embodiment of this than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with his sword. Throughout its long and storied history, this guild has nurtured countless champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. If you desire true glory, to fight and triumph amidst in the roar of 10,000 voices, then this is where you belong, adventurer. Think of it. Think of your legacy, and if your soul stirs, join us. I mean, I'm glad this is where I have to be a gladiator, so of course I'm going to join you. What will it be? Will you rise above the masses and inscribe your name in the legend, or will you resign yourself to mediocrity and die in obscurity? A decision you shan't regret. One moment. Make way for Lala Sin's fresh meat coming through. Now then, before your enrollment can be considered complete, you must present yourself to First Sword Mila. Seek her out and obtain her approval. Okay. Thank you so much for those gifted subs, by the way. I appreciate it. I heard Lulutsu. So you're Lala Sins. 'Tis a good strong name. Not really, it's a good small name. Haha. On behalf of the Gladiators Guild, allow me to welcome you. I am Mila, Guildmaster here. So you wish to study our arts. I presume you have your reasons for choosing the sword over all other weapons. Perhaps you think it's easier to learn. A sword is a simple weapon, but to wield a blade well is anything but simple. For every Colosseum champion to emerge from our ranks, there have been countless disappointments who failed to achieve greatness. Strong name. For every Colosseum champion to emerge from our ranks, there have been countless disappointments who failed to achieve greatness. Bear that in mind before you answer me, Lala, for I do not ask this question lightly. Have you the strength to live by the sword, and if it be your fate, die by it? Yes. Then welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Let's not waste time, shall we? I would gauge your aptitude for the sword. Just outside the gates of Ul'dah, you'll find plenty of mammoths, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 of each and return here when finished. A simple task, but essential for your training nonetheless. Now go. You there. Go kill things that we don't like, and come back. Well, okay then. Let's see. Click here. Alright, so we gotta go back there and then walk out. Gotcha. So we're gonna go ahead and use the Aetherite that we just got, if I can see where I'm going. There we go. Gonna go this way. I have no shield. No shield. Oh, I guess I get the shield when, Yes. Guess I get the shield later. I'm gonna run over here to the Adventurers Guild and get this little Aether right here, because I didn't get it last time. We're gonna attune to this one so that we don't have to do it later and we don't forget. Still gotta do the market thing, huh? Alright, well, let's go kill these things that we need to kill. Let's go! Mapping the realm, Central Thanalan. Right click on a target. Yeah. I need to set up my... Aha! A whole bunch of experience points, I like it. Binding items. Okay. I should probably get my mail, huh? I got a whole bunch of mail. I've been playing this game forever. Oh, I'm done with the mammoths. Or the marmots. Now I'm on to the hornets. Come here, Hornet. 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 Can't even say Hornet right. Combos. Oh, look. We learned a skill. Okay. So basically, this skill, Riot Blade, is highlighted because I did the first one in the series of combos, and it's letting me know to hit it so that I benefit from that combo of striking it right after the first one. So it'll disappear and then we'll do it again. You'll see it happen while we actually fight. What was the other one? Shrews. I have to kill shrews. So we'll go and do that. Here we go. Snapping shrews. See how it lights up here? Riot Blade. Hit 2. Boom. Now I could hit it before hitting the first one, but that's not going to do much for me. If I do 2 first, it doesn't do as much damage. You get the boost when you do it in order. Okay, now we can go back. And when we go back, I have to actually get to a mailbox. I have a whole bunch of mail. More than 20 mail. I know I have more than 20. Remember back in the day when you bought a Fantasia? You bought a Fantasia for every character? And then they realized, they were like, we're not going to make money this way. The good old times, folks. The good old times. Fantasia is something that you can buy that will allow you to change the way your character looks. So if you want to choose a different race, a different sex for your character, you can buy these things at their online through the store, the Square Enix store, the Mog Station, and we gotta go back over here. So to go back over to the whatchamacallit, the Gladiators Guild, we're going to take this and hit Gladiators Guild. It's going to teleport us right there instead of running all the way over there. Save us some time. Welcome back. I take it you dispatched the beast with ease. Rest assured, there will be far greater challenges to come. If you wish to master the sword, you must test yourself against a wide variety of foes. To this end, I present to you a hunting log. It contains information on creatures ideal for gladiator and training. You will doubtlessly gain valuable experience should you seek out and slay them. It is only with such practice that you will recognize and eliminate the deficiencies in your technique. Your training under me shall continue. Oh, dang it, I clicked the wrong button. The next gladiator quest will be available upon reaching level 5. I just hit level 5. Hunting logs obtained. Using items. Yes, yes, yes. You can drag your food. Can I drag it on here? I don't know why. I wouldn't want to do that. Let's see. Hunting logs. Hunting logs is important. Well, it's probably not as important as it used to be. Because we'll probably level as we're going along the main story. But if you ever find yourself lagging in levels and you want to gain some extra experience, you go down here to your logs, click on your hunting logs, and you just go and kill these things that it tells you to kill. It tells you whether it's at Western Thanalan, the 80 Sins of Sazamo is the area, and then you'll go and do that. So I haven't been to that area yet, so it's all grayed out, which is why I don't see it and you don't see it. But anyway, we'll show you that as we get there. Alright, let's see here. Kicking the Hornet's Nest. Lala, I take it you and your sword have become better acquainted. Then I will now instruct you on another fundamental aspect of what it means to be a gladiator, commanding an opponent's attention. As gladiators, we are trained to engage enemies at close range, weathering their attacks as we deliver our own. However, there are times where we must do battle alongside allies whose talents are not the same as our own. In such situation, your role is to not slay the enemy in front of you, but rather to defend the man beside you. We do this by eliciting the enmity of our opponents through attacks and techniques designed to incite their hatred. You must learn to draw the enemy's attention to yourself and trust in your stout constitution to endure. In so doing, you protect your weaker comrades who would otherwise perish. To help you better understand this, there are tasks I would have you perform. It just so happens that Momodi of the Quicksand has requested our assistance in a gang of Luminson marauders and has paraded into town and begun harassing people outside her establishment. Men like these prey on the weak, but will turn tail and flee at the sign of defiance. You need not resort to violence. It will suffice to show them that you are not afraid of them and will not tolerate their behavior. Seek out the Luminsons and make your presence known by bellowing, "Face me, marauder." In this way, you will protect the people of Ul'dah as you would your allies in battle. Sounds like fun. Let's go and do that. But before we do, let's go here to the exchange. And on our way to the exchange, we're gonna, since we have to walk and run the long way, we're just gonna go ahead and grab all these little aetherites on the way to the exchange where we need to be anyway. Because we gotta run there anyway for a quest, because we got that quest from, what's her name, to come here and do that. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Smart, smart, smart. And that way if we need to come here at any time later, we can. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. That is what I like. There we go. And after we talk to this guy here, we have to go to the Adventurers Guild. Let's attune to this guy right here. There we go. And you are? Oh, a newly come adventurer. But of course, yes, I am Saroga. What can I do for you? Ah, you would have me teach you in the ways of the marketplace. Very wise. As for my fee... What, you expect me to do it for free? Surely you jest. And your adventurer, when you ask an Ul'dahan for a favor, you should at least try to make it worth his while. Judging by your garb, I'd rather doubt you could afford my services, but the fact that you offer nothing is laughable. Well, let's offer him this introduction letter. Blah, blah, blah. Introduction letter. Oh, Mistress Momodi instructed you to seek me out, did she? Consider yourself fortunate to have such influential friends. I shall be brief, and you shall be attentive. You stand in the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, the busiest and most profitable marketplace in the Sultanate. Being advantageously situated in relation to the other city-states, Alda's market have ever served as both the literal and figurative centers of Eorzean commerce. All the great overland trade routes lead to our city, and the majority of the maritime trade between Vilbrand and Aldenard passes through our ports. Because of this, countless companies and consortia have chosen Alda as their base of operations. They see to it that this marketplace is awash with merchants and moneylenders, day and night. Anything a man could ever desire can be purchased here, provided he has sufficient funds. Surely there's something you seek, adventurer, a deadly sword perhaps, or a shinier trinket. Whatever it is you want, the exchange will have it. To the north, you will find merchants peddling armor and accessories, curatives, and crafting materials. And to the south, you will find weapons, tools, and the assortment of other useful items for sale. Seek out a particular merchant or browse to your heart's content, but do not try to remain aloof should you find something that piques your interest. Decisions made in the heat of the moment are usually unwise, especially where coin is concerned. Ahem. That is the complimentary aid you shall have from me, and far too much for my taste. My regards to Momodi. Now off with you. Man, he's a little mean, Lalafell. Handling over items. Yep, we already did handling over items. Why are you showing me how to hand over items after the fact? It's a little silly. Okay. Let's go to Adventurers Guild. Because we need to go there. I need to say something to these folks. Let's see what we have to say. Slash me. I do slash me? You know your friend here's a 12 damn cheater. Thinks he can charge us for more because we're foreigners, but I'll get his own back. Mark me words. Okay, so just slash me. That makes sense. So sometimes you have these quests that say, you know, you gotta say something to somebody. And literally all you gotta do is select them and then type slash me in. In this case, I just press entered and press the up arrow on my keyboard because I've already typed it in. Oi, come now. I was disrespecting me proud Seawolf heritage. He spits. Fine, I'll leave the bastard be, but we ain't finished. There's the other guy on the stairs. What the hell's your problem? Oh man, I was moving the map, but when I let go, it canceled it. Okay, he was upset because I made him run away. There's the other guy, all the way down here. Alrighty then. Bugger off! Can't you see I'm having a civilized conversation with this poxy whoreson? Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to do the slash me. There we go. There we go. That fixes it. What, you blaming me because this little shite shat his own pants? Well, bugger. And bugger you too. Bugger him and bugger you too. Okay. Alright, we told the Marauders. Yay. Now we can go in here and talk to her. And then there's someone else to talk to, right? So let me go in and talk to Momodi. Momodi. Because then we're going to talk to him. And tell him to face me. First we're going to talk to her and turn in the original quest from her. How was your tour of the city, Lala? Get lost, did you? Aye, well, Ulda's a big place with lots to see and do, but wandering around aimlessly don't pay the bills. If you're serious about making a living here, you'll need to remember where things are. So when you go exploring, explore like you've got a purpose, eh? Alright then, all that's left for you to do is work hard, make money, and spend it here at the quicksand. Alright, we'll take that quest in a minute. We're gonna finish this one. Just who the hell do you think you're speaking to, maggot? I'm Farmel, the Driven, and me and my bloody marauders have been reaving so long. Mothers scare their children with tales about us. Don't believe me words? Then I'll let my axe do the talking. Good. Let's fight. Let's beat the crap out of this dude. Oi. This is lively, even for the quicksand. You two going to put on a show for us? What's this? Another goddamn fool? Show me some respect when you talk to. Farmel the Driven, leader of the troop of bloody mummers or some such? Aye, I heard you the first time. Your voice carries quite well. Then unless you want me to spit in your skull with my axe, you better... Something special about that sword, I presume? That sword, it couldn't be frenzy, but only the sword of Nald would... Bloody hells, it's you! You know, I've never been one to stand back and watch. Mind if I join the fun? Begging your pardon, sir? He leaves. Why do they always do that? Looks like it's just you and me. Standing up for that to that Limlinson was quite brave of you, and quite foolish. I think I like you, Gladiator. Name's Aldous, and I'd buy you a drink, but I'm afraid I just spent the last of me coin. I used to be a young gladiator like you back then. But that hardly concerns you. These days I'm just an explorer of the unexplored, a seeker of as yet unknown experiences. Like that beautiful stranger keeping my bed warm right now. Gods, I've missed this city. This wonderful desert, jewel of debauchery and sin. Now, if you'll excuse me. Oh, well, goodbye, sir. Goodbye, goodbye. Alright. Hey folks, thanks for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, if you have any other questions, please go ahead and drop a comment, ask a question. If you liked it, you didn't like it, or you just have a general question about the game. Also, please, hit that subscribe and that bell notification button so that you can catch the next Let's Play live or just the next video I post, because I will be posting other Let's Play videos of other games, not just Untitled. Alright folks, have a great day, great week, and a great weekend. I'll see you all in the game.